This is a quick video on how to set up a conference call and get around in Teams during a conference call. So of course the first thing you're going to do is launch Teams. And then there are a couple of places that you can start a conference call from. If you're going to go live to the conference call right away, you can be in any of the Teams channels here, or you can be in chat. It doesn't really matter. If you're going to schedule a conference call, you can do that from the calendar, but we'll get to that in just a few minutes. So I'm going to start from Teams. And it doesn't matter really where I am. I'm going to come down here and click on this little video camera icon. I click on that, and I can choose to meet now, or I can schedule a meeting. And again, we're going to come back to scheduling a meeting. Let's just go into Meet Now. Once I'm in this screen, I can invite whoever I want to come to this meeting. Also, as you know, here's your camera control. If you do not want your video to show, you click that so it has a line through it. If you do not want people to be able to hear you or your background noise, you click mute so there's a line through it. This is where you'll share. There are other options here. This is what shows the chat pane on the right-hand side over here. And this is where you can show who is in the meeting and you can add participants. And of course, this is where you would hang up. So let's go ahead and see who's in the meeting, which right now no one is in the meeting except for me. I can invite some people here. I have some suggestions here that I can just click on, but let's say I want to invite Dr. Rochelle. I begin typing her name and her contact information comes up here, and I can just click on this. I'm not going to do this right now because it would begin calling her. This will call the other person on Teams, and if they have Teams open, they will hear it ringing and they can simply answer and join the meeting. The other thing you can do is you can invite people from outside of DeKalb County School System. You do that by simply clicking on this link, and this copies, you see it's a copy to the clipboard. This copies my meeting information to the clipboard. Now I can come up here to one of these tabs and pop over to my email, and I can create a message to this person and send it to them at whatever email they tell you to send it to. They do not have to have Outlook. They do not have to have Teams. You can send it to a Gmail address. It doesn't matter, whatever email address they give you. So I would address it to them. I might say, Teams meeting, and then I simply paste that link information in and I hit send. The person who receives it simply clicks on this link right here to join the Teams meeting, and I'll show you that step in a separate video. They get an offer to come into the meeting. If they have Teams already, it will automatically launch and they come into the meeting. If they do not have Teams, they'll get a window where they have to say, use the web client and type in their name so we know who's in the meeting and join, and they're in. It's really that simple. So all I've got to do is paste this link in, hit send, and they're going to get it. That's pretty much it for inviting people to your meeting. Let me show you really quickly how to share your screen, because that's something that often we have to do. This little button right here is how you share the screen. When I click on that, it becomes a down arrow, and these are the things that I can choose to share. I'm going to get to this in just a minute. This is when I want to share something on my computer. This is if I have a PowerPoint that I've been working on. It'll offer it here, and I can share the PowerPoint presentation. I just click on this, and it's going to open it up, and that's it. When I'm done, you see if I wiggle this mouse around, I can move through my slides here, and I can stop presenting. And I'm kicked out of that. Now, let's go back in. That's a different PowerPoint. This is the whiteboard. I can share the whiteboard. Everybody can write on it. We really don't have a lot of use for that. More than likely, you're either sharing a PowerPoint or you're going to share your desktop window. And that's, let's say I have a tab open in Chrome, or I have a Word document open somewhere that I want to show you, or I want to show you how to get to a YouTube video. Pretty much if I want to show you anything that I'm doing on my screen, I click on Desktop Window, and these are the things I can share. If I want to show people how to go somewhere on my computer, I'll share my entire screen. I click on this, and I click Share, and I'll begin sharing wherever I go on my computer. Be careful with this. Anyone can see whatever you have open on your computer. So if you were doing something on Facebook that you don't want everyone to know about and you have that still open, they might be able to see that if you flip by it. Application window is if I have, let's say I have a specific application open and I want to share it, I can click that. Otherwise, if I'm showing anything on the internet that's using a Chrome tab, I click on Chrome tab, and you can see I have 3 things open up here, and these 3 tabs are offered. So if I want to share, let's say I have a Google document open as a tab up here, I can click on the Google document here and share. At that point, they can't see everything else that's going on my computer, and I can't switch to another tab and have people see it. Well, I can switch to another tab, but people can't see me do that. So if I only want to share one tab, this is a great way to go, because let's say I want to share something on this tab, but then I need to pop over to my email for something and don't want everyone to see my email. This will work for that. Okay, so if you're sharing just one tab, you're going to do it here. So let's say I want to click this one, and then I would click share. If you want to share your whole computer screen, that's your entire screen. Make sense? And I'll click share. I won't necessarily see what's going on because I'm going to be moving around on my screen, but everybody else will be able to see it. So if I click over here to my email, everybody can see me do that. Then I come back to Teams. When I'm ready to stop sharing, I just click stop sharing. That's pretty much all there is to it. When you want to hang up, just click the hang up button. So now let's look quickly at how to schedule a meeting in advance. You can schedule through the calendar if you're already setting up the date, or you can schedule through either of these tabs, the Team tab or the Chat tab. I'm going to start again from the Team tab, and again I'm going to come down here to my little icons. I'm going to choose the video camera one, but instead of choose Meet Now, I'm going to choose Schedule a Meeting. And I simply type in the title of the meeting. Here is my meeting, and I'm going to add required attendees. I could invite Dr. Pichelle simply by clicking on her. I can invite as many people as I want here that are within the organization. If I want to invite a parent or somebody outside of the organization, I'm going to click on this optional. And here I can type in whatever email address I want to send their invitation to. Again, they don't have to have Outlook, they don't have to have Teams, it can be a Gmail address, it can be whatever address they give you to send this invitation to. Here's where I schedule the date, the time. I can decide whether it's all day or just a specific time. I can set it up to repeat. This is a typical calendar entry. I can put in details. The main things that you need are some kind of title for the meeting, the required attendees and any optional attendees, and when you're done you just click send, and this will send those invitations that I showed you earlier out to whoever's on this list. That's it.